I love cooking with fish. And you know what? It's not as hard as you might think. You can have a whole fish in the oven, any way you like it. It's delicious. So, you and I, let's have a fish festa. Filetto di spigola in forno al limone. Today is a special day in my kitchen. I have my grandson Lorenzo with me. Vieni, Lorenzo, ciao. Come stai?
Bene, bene.
You know, Lorenzo and Julia and the rest, they come to the house and we cook often together. But today, I figured that we'd do it for you. And Lorenzo loves his fish. So we'll do some
absolutely.
fish. Today we're going to do striped bass. So why don't you put in the breadcrumbs, grated cheese, yes, parsley, yes,
and paprika. Now, at home, I only have, on my limited spice rack, I only have like Hungarian paprika. Are there different kinds, or is it like...
Paprika is different. What it is peppers that are dried and then milled. And sometimes they can be sweet, sometimes they can be slightly smoked. But yes, you're okay if you have Hungarian paprika. Okay, so why don't you toss that a little bit?
Sure, yeah.
And you know that we put a little bit of oil until the bread gets kind of nice and not wet with oil, but incorporate it all in.
Sorry, I'm making a mess here.
No, you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. Yeah, let's just, you see, kind of you go all around. And this is the bread that we're gonna dunk the pieces of fish ultimately. So let's prepare and put it right here. And this way, we are ready to kind of dunk the fish when we cut it. Okay, so that looks good. And let's address the fish. Nice piece of fish, huh?
Wow.
Do you know what this fish is?
Striped bass, right?
It is. It's striped bass, and it's running great because the most important thing about fish is freshness.
Right.
Actually,
that's one of the questions someone sent on social media.
So, you know who teaches me about my media, Instagram, and all of that? My grandkids.
Wow.
So why don't you handle the media today?
Sure.
So who asks the question is number one?
Valerie Di Tommaso from Illinois asks, if the fish head is not still attached, how else can you tell freshness? If you're like in the supermarket.
Okay. First of all, your nose is a great lead. So you're smelling this. There's a freshness of the sea, of brininess. Then the next thing, the flesh is firm. If your finger goes in and you see I'm pressing, go ahead, press it. See?
Right. Oh, yeah.
It's nice and firm. That's a sure sign of freshness. So let's cut, this is the belly. Let's cut the belly off. And the portions, what do you say? Portions like that, like 3, 4 fingers?
Yeah, that's good.
4 fingers like that? Okay, so let's cut. 1, 2. You want to cut?
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay, go for it. Now you see that I have it a little bit on the slant. Okay. Are your fingers bigger than mine?
Seems like it.
All right.
Seems like it a little bit. Here, I'll do 3.
But you know, it's important that the size of the fish, the pieces that you cook, is uniform, so this way it cooks at the same time. So, okay, why don't you take the fish and put it here in the corner? Yeah, go ahead, all the pieces. Okay. Okay. And we'll put this on the side. Now you can get the baking dish that we will put it in.
Sure.
Put the baking dish right here.
There you go.
And what would you do to the baking dish?
Well, oil it first. Right.
Okay, good. All right, go ahead, get in all the corners.
Brush.
What do you do at home with?
Well, usually I just like roll it around, you know, like.
Just roll the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you do that, then you need more oil.
Fair, yeah.
Okay, go up the sides a little bit. That's a good job. I think the fish needs a little salt.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let's just salt it a little bit, turn it around. Just like that. I would put the fish, also a little bit of oil in the fish and turn it in. So that this way, when we put it in here, do you think? Or do you think it'll absorb it like that? Do you like it just like that?
I don't know, you're the expert here, I'm not.
well, you know, let's try it. That's nice.
And
then we can drizzle some oil on top. So let's press it. Let's get a lot of, go ahead. Both hands. That's it.
Good? Yeah.
Good job. Okay.
It smells great.
There you go. The paprika's coming out, huh?
Uh-huh.
So how are we looking there?
Good. It looks Good to me.
I would just put it a little bit of oil, okay? And you can, oh, I forgot this one. You can take it to the oven.
Perfect.
And the oven should be nice and hot. And then come back, we'll make the sauce.
Perfect.
It's not hot yet.
Oh, yeah, fair. Just gotta shove it in the
When
oven.
you pick it up. All right. Okay. The temperature should be high, 425 degrees, nice and hot. And you keep it in there for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, depends on the size. So you go and check it because you don't want to overcook it.
Right.
So let's make a lemon sauce. Why don't you crack this for me?
Sure.
And that's it.
Are there any particular recipes where you should cut, crush? Like, what's the reason we crush instead of chop sometimes or dice?
Good question.
Wow. These are questions.
They want to know. They do want to know. The cell of a garlic, the essence is in the cell, and the enzymes are in the skin of the garlic. The more you cut it up, the more interaction of those enzymes you get, and the more flavor you get. So you want to crack it to begin to release the flavors, but I want to be able to pull it out. I don't want to eat it because if I eat raw garlic, it stays with me, with you. The one way to avoid that is to cook the garlic completely. So add the lemon juice in there, a little bit of salt. You can put that, the capers, yeah. And for the parsley, we'll wait until the last minute because the acidity will oxidize the parsley. So will it. So why don't you whisk it? Get air in there, whisk it. That's mixing it. Whisking it is picking it up, so you get some air in there, and so it gets into an emulsion. And so you see the densiness. You see how it's changing color? So basically, we are all set. We have the dressing. We'll clean this up, and then we'll enjoy it. Are you looking forward to it?
Very much so.
Do you have any more questions?
Not particularly, no.
You're on top of it. Okay. So in that case, clean up.
All right. Got it.
Go ahead. I love cooking with my grandchildren. I feel like, part of me goes with them when they cook with me. With Lorenzo, we went, I took him also foraging. We went foraging for grifola mushrooms one fall, and we had a trunk load full of them. He was the lucky charm that time. So getting him in the kitchen and cooking with him, it's a lot of fun because he has a sensibility towards food. So Lorenzo, the fish looks really good.
Delicious.
Yeah. And, you can tell the doneness of a fish when you pressure it down. The harder it is, the more it is done. So you want a little bit of mobility in the fish. So let's finish this. Put the parsley, maybe what? Go ahead, whisk it nice. Maybe half of it and half we'll save.
Yeah, I think that's good. And
that's
we'll put
good.
The rest on the fish right away.
Now listen, we're into fish. Now you know Grandma Erminia, she's full of proverbs, those old Italian proverbs.
Yes.
And I have a fish proverb. Let's see if you can demystify it.
Let's go for it.
In van si pesca, se l'amo non alesca.
You shouldn't fish, or you shouldn't do anything, rather, if you have, nothing to show for it, something like that.
Okay, but in van si pesca, useless to fish
if you don't have...
If the hook doesn't have any bait.
Right.
So if you have nothing substantial to work on, forget it. Okay, so don't go fishing without bait.
Well, yeah.
Come on, give me your artistic eye. Should we put it like this? Should we go this way?
Here's fine. I mean...
Okay, that's one.
How many dishes have you plated versus me?
Oh, many, many, many. You want one?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's taste one.
Okay. Let's...
Should I go?
No, wait for me.
All right.
Wait for me.
Wow.
So now you have that sauce. I wouldn't want the sauce on this nice and crunchiness because it wets it. I would just put it a little bit around. So why don't you do just that? Okay. And a little bit in that corner. And I think that I would... Okay, I have a little problem here, and the little problem is the parsley is kind of hanging all over the place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make believe that's intentional.
I think Bob Ross used to say, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents.
Very nice. Very nice. That's an accident that you'll remember, maybe. And just this in the middle like that. Do you like that?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now dress yours
Sure.
the way you think you'd like it. Okay. That looks pretty nice. Did you want to sprinkle some parsley all over yours, or you
Why
like
not?
it the way it is?
I mean, sure.
There you go. I'll even give you a parsley.
Aw.
So, this is actually tasting time. I want your opinion on how it tastes. Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Wow.
Is that good?
It's really delicious, yeah.
It's easy. You can cook it in college, when you're in college.
Absolutely.
You
Doesn't
and
take
your friends.
much.
Exactly. You know, we have a lot here. And what do we usually tell them at our table?
Ah, ready? Tutti a tavola a mangiare.
You heard the guy. Come and eat with us.